Welcome to the boardroom, where sports and business collide. Let's make a winning play.
Good evening. Welcome, everyone. The CEO of Sports Podcast. I'm your host, Ed Sage. I want to give a quick shout out first out in Bayside. Manny and Johnny. Give you a quick shout out. I know you guys are watching. Today, we're going to have a special guest, Coach Rick. And he's from SMB Podcast, Spring News Bulletin. Rick is joining us today. He's going to give us the latest Yankee updates as well as UFL. He's a specialist in the UFL. He knows his stuff. Coach Rick, just let them know where they could find you.
All right, Mr. CEO, thanks for having me on the CEO Sports Podcast. Yeah, you can find me on YouTube, as a lot of my listeners know, at Spring News Bulletin, which is the SMB Podcast. I've had a few guests, but that's where you can find me, and you can find everything mostly about the UFL, all football, and Yankee news.
All right, good. All right, everybody, all my subscribers, check them out. SMB Podcast, Sports News Bulletin. I'll be popping up there here and there if Rick invites me on his podcast. But let's move ahead, Rick. So what's going on with the Yankees? The Yankees and Mets are in a dry spell. They're both in a dry spell.
Well, what's going on is Yankees lost 5 in a row. They're 4-6 in the last 10 games. They look good in the beginning, just like last year and the year before. They look good in the beginning. Then they just start losing it. I don't know what it is. I think it's mostly defense. But me personally, I'm starting to hate Aaron Boone as a Yankee fan. I think he should be long gone. He's still here. There's little whispers that he's going to retire. But with the Yankees, it looks like this is the problem. You got Max Fried, you got Cam Schlittler, the 1-2 punch, awesome. You got another complimentary piece in Will Warren, and then you have Ryan Weathers, and now they're going to recall Luis Gil, pronounce it the American way. Those are going to be 5 starters for now. You have Cole and Rendon still, working their way back to rehab. It looks like maybe June 1st. We pray maybe late May. Who knows about that? But between the 1-2 punch of Fried, Schlittler, they're pitching great up until, let's just say even the rain delay when they lost 5-4. Max Fried pitched great. He had 3 runs, 3 earned runs, 6 2/3 innings. He still had a good game. There's a rain delay. Had to pull him out. That's when Bednar shit the bed. And that's what happened. He gave up an earned run, 1/3 of an inning, and he's like on and off. I call him Two-Face. Bednar is like Two-Face to me. You don't know which one you're going to get. He's either great, and then he can come in and, dominate. And, like I said, dominate or shit the bed. Same thing with a guy like Rendon. He's a Two-Face himself. Those are the 2 guys I call Two-Face. They come in, they get a little flustered, it's over, they give up runs, or they can be dominant, right? Now, Luis Gil didn't look too good in minor leagues, AAA Scranton. I think he gave up 4 runs himself in 4 or 5 innings. So he's not the answer. Maybe give me a patch-up job. Who knows? So I'm not too upset with the rotation starting pitching. You got your Max Fried, you got your Cam Schlittler, and you got your Will Warren. After that, it's a toss-up. It's like a minestrone soup, all mixed up in there. The bullpen is not that strong. Looking at Bednar right now, doesn't look too good. So Yankees have a problem with that. And the little bouncers, the fielding is all of a sudden they forgot about spring training and they make mistakes. The second game, Cam Schlittler didn't really pitch bad. He gave up 3 runs as well in about 5.5 innings. He's a work in progress because he's building up his innings. He still's got a way to go. Still in spring training. Yeah. But I'm not worried with him. He's a young kid. He's great. He's got great stuff. So that's where we're going right now with the Yankees. They lost 5 in a row, 4-6, 4. Yeah, they won 4 of the last 10. They're 4-6 in the 10-game stretch. Orioles are just as good as they are. They're both 8-7. That's all I got with the Yankees right now until I think of something else. But go ahead.
Yeah, well, I'm going to swing it over to the Mets. The Mets just as bad, but their bats are really cold. The Mets are also 4-6 in the last 10 games, coming off a sweep. The Oakland A's. The Oakland A's ruled New York. Well, I should say Oakland. They're now Sacramento A's. They came to New York and conquered. They beat the Yankees 2 out of 3, and they just swept the Mets. As far as the hot players on the Mets, there's not much to talk about. Besides Clay Holmes, really good pitcher. His ERA is 150. Alvarez has the hot streak with the bat. But as far as cold, I don't know where to start. You got Peterson looking like he had towards the end of last year. His pitching's not doing that good. He's always coming up with that 1 or 2 bad innings per start. He's not going past 5. And you got Senga. He did pitch pretty well before this game, his last start. He gave over 4 runs to the Oakland A's. But the bullpen, Williams is a great surprise to me, at least. I thought he wouldn't really have a good year. He's dominating out there as a closer. But the other guy we picked up, Weaver, not so good, Weaver. Weaver right now, his ERA is 8.44. I know ERAs early in the season do get inflated. You know, you give a couple runs as a reliever, you give 4 or 5 runs, your ERA could look like, crazy. It could be anywhere between 8 to 27. But again, the Mets, cold bats. Lindor, horrible slump. I think the Mets did, the biggest mistake the Mets did this offseason was keeping Lindor and getting rid of 2 hot hitters right now major in the baseball. Jeff McNeil just came off the Mets series, clocking. He's hitting over 353. Nimmo's hitting over 348 for the Texas Rangers. I think he's got over 3 home runs. Bad moves. Alonso doesn't look so bad, but the Mets were forced to lose Alonso because of free agency. He's hitting about 164, but the Mets should have kept Nimmo and they should have kept McNeil. They're still dominating, so that's what I got on the Met news. And let's just see. Guess who's coming to town? The big bad Dodgers, the world champs, are coming to town. I'm a huge Met fan, but things don't look good. Things don't look good for us here going forward. But, that's all I have on the Mets right now. But I just think that one good thing the Mets will all agree on, Met fans, is that we got rid of finally Cruz and Lovelady, the 2 bullpens that came in and just got shellacked out there. But I'm going to kick it back to you. You're going to tell us about the UFL?
Well, there's one more thing I want to mention about the Yankees. As a team, they're batting like 201. So their offense, their defense, that's something you should be fixing up in spring training. If you can't do anything about that, and then the pitching, we needed the pitching to get to like at least 7th inning, 8th inning without any issues, without any earned runs coming in. Then maybe the bullpen come in and help out.
I want to say one thing else about the Mets. Another couple of pickups. I'm sorry, I forgot to mention. Semien, he's hitting under 180. Another pickup, great glove, second baseman. The Mets got in the trade for Nimmo. How does that trade look? Nimmo's hitting 348. I think he's got about 3 dingers. Simeon's got 1 dinger, and he's hit 196 or 186. My apologies. And McNeil, he had there was a big thing with the Lindor and McNeil, and the Mets got rid of McNeil. So I'm hoping that what the Mets do at the trade deadline is get rid of Lindor. He's a cancer to the clubhouse. No one gets along with him. He's a prima donna. Soto doesn't even get along with him. And I just think that the Mets going forward, I think a couple of bright spots. You got Holmes and Alvarez, pitcher, catcher, hitter, doing pretty well. Let's see what the Mets do. Mets maybe get a little hot against the Dodgers, but the Dodgers coming to town. I think we'll be facing Ohtani. Let's just see. And one other thing, before I give it back to you, is Bichette is, I think, pressing too much. Bichette's hitting under 300 as well for the New York Mets. So he's kind of pressing. You could tell he's going for the long balls, and he's trying too hard. And let's just see what happens. Tomorrow the Mets open up against the Dodgers in California. But I'll swing it back to you. You can give us about the UFL before we get going.
Yeah, there was 2 games today. Dallas Renegades. I got to forget, they were playing the Columbus Aviators. That's one of the new teams, one of 3. They're not faring so well, but with growing pains, discredit the UFL spring football is that they only had a month to get together with spring training. They don't know each other, just getting to know each other. So it does take time. It's only a 10-game season for these people out there to know about spring football. It's a 10-game season. Then you have your divisional playoffs. Top 4 teams make it. And then you have the championship game in June. So today you had the Renegades winning 28-23. It wasn't that close. In the 4th quarter, Columbus Aviators just scored a touchdown. The final score was 28-23 Renegades. They go to 3-0. My Renegades looking really good this year. Reed is the quarterback, number 16. He's doing awesome this year. It's pretty good. Then there was a second game, which was a great matchup. You had the Birmingham Stallions, the 3-time champions of spring football, versus St. Louis Battlehawks, who can't make it out of the playoffs. But today was a high-scoring game. It was the Battlehawks pulling it off, 34-30. And the Battlehawks actually scored 21 points in the fourth quarter. So they amounted to a comeback. It's amazing. It was a great game. I try to get you to watch these games. I know it's not the NFL, people, but it's still football. I love football. That's why I kind of support it. And I'm trying to get Mr. CEO to watch the games as well. Hopefully he'll come around. And that was just this weekend's games. I forgot to mention, there's Friday Night Football on Fox every Friday. And there was the two, we'll say, new teams, Orlando Storm versus the Louisville Kings. Now, Kentucky finally got a professional football team. Florida always has the Dolphins and the Buccaneers and stuff. But the Orlando Storm is now being coached by Anthony Becht. People know that name. He was a coach of the St. Louis Battlehawks, also a former tight end of the New York Jets.
Yeah.
He had the Battlehawks making the playoffs every year, just couldn't get over the hump. And now he has the Orlando Storm, the new team, playing at 3-0. They're like the second best team in the league. And he hasn't playing like they've been playing for years. And now they're 3-0, along with my team, the Dallas Renegades, being the best team in the league this year at 3-0. And I believe the St. Louis Battlehawks, I think they're 3-0 as well.
I see that.
What's that?
Your team's the Dallas Renegades, right?
Yes, Dallas Renegades. I like the Cowboys, so I guess I'm a Renegades fan.
They just beat Columbus, correct?
Yeah, Columbus Aviators.
Now they're going back to next week. It looks like the schedule is Dallas Renegades are flying back to Ohio to play the Columbus Aviators, right?
Aviators.
Aviators, sorry. And then the St. Louis Battlehawks are playing against DC Defenders. Who do you like that game?
See, that game's going to be tough. I believe the DC Defenders will prevail because they are the defending champs. And to speak about the Defenders, they actually blew out the the Houston Gamblers. Remember Jim Kelly used to be on that team? The Houston Gamblers were brought back into the UFL because they were Houston Renegades. Houston Roughnecks last year. Now DC Defenders killed them 45-7. I think it was only the third quarter where they actually scored a touchdown. The Gamblers were pathetic all day. Kevin Sumler is a coach. He's a good coach. He coached at the University of Houston. He's a Texas guy. They did upset, I believe, the Birmingham Stallions last week, 22-20. Yeah, 22-20. But today, maybe they were just on their high horse. They thought they were dominant. DC Defenders came in, defending champs, destroyed them 45-7 with a couple of pick sixes. Their defense was all over the field. I didn't get to watch the game much, but it was definitely a crazy game.
So, Rick, let me do this. This way you get some more listeners, maybe get some more interest in the UFL, give me your expertise. I'm going to go through week 4 coming up. You just give me who you feel is the favorites to win. Week 4 is Louisville Kings versus Houston Gamblers. Who do you got in that game?
That's a tough one because the Gamblers look like a better team, but the Louisville Kings are 0-3, but in every game they were close. As a matter of fact, they played the Orlando Storm on Friday Night Football. They lost 29-27. So just to cut you off, but the game went to overtime. What the UFL does is like a soccer-style play. You get 3 2-point conversions each on your offense to score 2 points. So it was 27 all, and because they awarded 2 points to Orlando after like 5 attempts, 5 miss attempts, 5 fails. There was actually a double penalty 2 plays in a row for the 2-point conversions. You automatically get the 2 points at the end with 2 consecutive penalties. That's the rule there. So it's 29-27. Orlando won the game. So Louisville versus. Just give me your prediction as far as. All right, let's do this. Louisville finally wins their first game because Houston Gamblers, they were let down. They lost 45-7 yesterday. And so I'll say Louisville wins and gets their first win of the season.
Okay. And then we got Dallas Renegades over, again, they're playing Columbus again, this time at Columbus, Ohio. Who do you got that game?
Definitely have the Renegades winning that one. And the problem with the reason why they're playing back-to-back games is 2 reasons. The scheduling, for the fields they have, the soccer stadiums. They all play in soccer stadiums, the majority of the teams. So there's a conflict of interest. So they have to sometimes play the same teams 2 weeks in a row. There's about 3 or 4 teams that do that. So I do have the Renegades again, winning by maybe more than they won today. They win by 2 touchdowns.
Okay. Next game we got St. Louis Battlehawks over going to DC Defenders. Who do you got that game?
Okay, DC is playing at home. It's DC again. They're going to win. They're going to beat the Battlehawks, but it'll be a great game. There is a chance that the St. Louis does come back to win, but being DC's at home, you have the beer snake in the end zone there. I've been to DC Audi Field. They do play in the soccer stadium Audi Field. 20,000 seats. They sell like 16,000, almost sold out. And they had a controversy 2 years ago. They were throwing lemons on the field because they couldn't drink beer. But now their beer is back. They have the beer snake, and it's a great crowd. DC Defenders have great fans, and DC Defenders win that game.
Okay. And Orlando Storm versus we got Birmingham Stallions. What do you got that game?
Well, that is going to be a tough one because Orlando's playing really well. And since Birmingham has been on a losing streak, we'll go with Orlando as like a surprise team, being like the top team in the league, or second best team in the league. Yeah. Birmingham loses again, and McCarron is actually the coach. So it's big growing pains, you know?
Yeah. So look at the overall standings right now. You got the Dallas Renegades at 3-0. You got the Orlando Storm is 3-0.
Right.
And in third place, you got St. Louis Battlehawks. In fourth place, you got tied with St. Louis's DC Defenders.
Right.
And then the bottom feeders, you got Houston Gamblers 1-2, Birmingham Stallions 1-2. Looks like they're playing donuts together. The Columbus Aviators and Louisville Kings, they both have donut wins. 0 wins, 2 losses.
Well, they're new teams, so I don't expect too much. They're playing well. If you actually see the games, the Kings were in each game. They just made mental mistakes, and they made so many mistakes. And the quarterback, Bean, of the Louisville Kings, he could have won that game against Orlando Storm in that overtime, at the shootout, the 2-point conversions. But they didn't do it. So the penalties, actually no one was able to score, which I've never seen before in the UFL, USFL, XFL. They all use the same type of overtime rules. First time I've seen 5 or 6 attempts each, like sudden death, no one scoring, and 2 double penalties awarded the Orlando Storm 2 points.
Yeah, so maybe our listeners and maybe people that tune in later on to watch our show, maybe you can start tuning into the XFL, UFL, and maybe give it a look. See, it's good games. The games are battle. The games are tight. Most games. Right. Give it a shot. It's kind of fun. I watched a couple of games last week with Rick, and it was pretty good, the games. I enjoyed it. I know there's only 8 teams, so maybe that could be a turnoff to some people because you're playing the same team repetitively. But again, everybody check out the UFL. Let us know in the comments and what you think. But I'd also like to say, as far as going forward, you can also, remember, catch Rick, Coach Rick, that is, on Spring News Bulletin podcast. And I'd like to say to our listeners, I want you all hit the like and subscribe button and hit that tune. This way we can get some guys going on. All right, guys? And Rick, you have anything else to say before we get going?
Yeah, I just wanted to let the listeners know so they can get into the UFL. Go to theufl.com to see all the news there and teams and stats.
Yeah. Okay.
Friday Night Football, every Friday on Fox, 8 p.m. You have some Saturday games, Sunday games. They're either on ABC, ESPN, or Fox. So check it out. It's good football. It is spring football. It's just more football. Watch it.
Gotcha. Seems fun. We'll see what happens. And again, check out Rick again at Spring News Bulletin. And again, it's good to see you again, everybody. I'll say goodnight to all listeners. Have a good night and ciao. Right back at you guys.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Thanks. You. Good night. You're welcome.
Good night. Bye.